One of the tools or the skills that I like folks that I work with to kind of really get familiar with is something called RAIN. It is a creation of Tara Brach. So anybody who anybody who I work with knows that I love Tara Brach, and I'm frequently encouraging the individuals that I work with to listen to some of her podcasts, to practice some of her meditations, and just listen to her Dharma talks. Absolutely incredible, and there's a wide spectrum of topics that she kind of teaches on or speaks on. So RAIN is a very simple tool, and it stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. And this is how it simply can look. So recognizing is, in any given moment, we notice, we have the ability to pause and stop and recognize that we're experiencing something. Okay, so I'm going to use the example of we're watching a news program or we're reading a news story, and we get filled with anger and rage. Okay, and there's all kinds of like stories and narratives in our head about what we're reading about, and it just the thinking brain goes haywire. It goes mad. So in that moment, we recognize, we simply drop the storyline, we drop the narrative about who's wrong, what's happening, and we recognize, I'm feeling really angry in this moment, or I'm feeling really scared in this moment, or I'm feeling really overwhelmed in this moment. We just recognize it, okay? We drop the storyline, we drop all the the overanalyzing, and we just recognize. The next part is allow. Okay, so we just welcome, we allow that experience, we allow that emotion to be there. Okay, we just accept it as it is, and we just accept that we're experiencing it in that moment. And we don't try to fix it. We really try to drop any judgments around that, and we just allow that to be there. Okay, I'm feeling really angry right now, and that belongs here. That's okay. That belongs here in this moment. It's okay. I'm noticing it. That's here. It's okay. We're going to let that be. And then we investigate. And so we need to be really careful with the investigate part, because if you're like me, what you'll do is you'll overanalyze, or you'll go digging, you're looking for more information. And that is not what investigate means. And in one of Tara Brach's programs, she said something that really helps me with this one, which is the investigating part of this is 90% about what we're experiencing in our bodies. Okay. And so what I like to just encourage folks to do is just stay in the body on this one. Okay. So where am I feeling this in the body? I'm angry. I'm gonna let that be there. That's here. That's welcome. It's like a friend. I'm just welcoming it. That has a place here too. And I'm really noticing my anger right now in my jaw. I'm clenching my jaw, or I'm noticing it, and I have this feeling in my chest. I'm really noticing it in my chest, or I'm feeling really, really hot, or like my fists are clenched. Okay, and so we just investigate it throughout our body. We do that body scan that we talked about. Maybe we start with our head and we work down to our feet, and we just investigate where we're feeling it, where we're experiencing that in our bodies. Okay, so just stay in the body on this one. And then the last one's the most important, and this is building off a previous topic that we've discussed. We nurture. Okay, recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. And so what we would really use here is a lot of that self-compassion that we talked about. Okay, I'm angry. That has a place. That's welcome here. That anger is welcome here. I'm really feeling that in my body right now. It's really overtaking me. This is a moment of suffering. Okay, we're recognizing this is a moment of suffering. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to just be kind and nurturing and loving to myself in this moment? And adding in that part, which is, this is a moment of suffering. People feel this way. Other people feel this way. Other people have had this experience or are having this experience right now. I'm not alone in this. What do I need to do to be kind and loving to myself in this moment? And really just taking a few moments and doing whatever that is, okay? That could be turning off that news story. That could be putting that hand over our heart, okay? That could be giving ourselves a hug. That could be having, again, a warm cup of tea. That's one of my favorites. You'll hear me talk about tea a lot here, because we can really put that warm tea in our hands and feel that warmth and smell the tea, notice the steam, inhale it, and then we take that sip and we notice how that feels in our body. It can be a very physical experience, okay? It's very nurturing, very loving. It could be crying, just letting ourselves cry. Okay. Sometimes, like, that's just what we need to do. Just let it out. Just, I'm overwhelmed, and just letting the tears come. That's releasing cortisol. That is releasing stress. That's our body's way of just releasing. Just let yourself cry, sob if you need to for a few moments. Go into the bathroom, ask a friend for a hug, call a friend, let somebody know that you're struggling in that moment. Okay, so recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. And one of the reasons why this is such an important ally in the recovery, in the treatment of single incident and relational trauma is because in those things, in that trauma, we learn to cut off from our emotions, or that it's not okay to show our emotions, or that our emotions have to be suppressed, okay? And so in this healing process, in this coming alive again, we're really learning, and this is scary and this takes time, we're learning that emotions are so beautiful and they're okay. And they're so important, and we have them, and we're human, and we don't need to suppress them anymore. And it's okay to have them. It's okay to have any of them, anger included, right? That is a beautiful emotion to have. Sacred anger, okay, sacred rage. These are important for us to begin to experience. And so learning how to let emotions be there, learning how to have a different relationship with them, welcoming them in, letting them move through our bodies, letting them inform us. Okay, just learning to have a different relationship with emotions. This takes time. This is not going to happen overnight. So a lot of patience with ourselves as we're learning to have a different relationship with emotions. But RAIN is going to be an incredibly important tool in this journey. And so I'm going to include a YouTube video where Tara walks you through the whole RAIN meditation. Also going to include just like a very nice PDF that explains the different steps here. Make this your own. Make this uniquely your own. I hope this was helpful. Thanks again for coming on here, being willing to expand, being willing to grow. Have a great day.